What's up, buddy? How you doing? I don't know why this story hurts me so deeply. Because it's just like watching somebody keep stabbing themselves in the gut with a knife. And they go, I don't know why my tummy hurts so bad. And you go, well, just stop stabbing yourself. And they go, what are you stabbing myself? And they just keep taking the knife and jabbing it in and out. And you keep going, buddy, please, you're bleeding. There's blood everywhere. Why won't you stop? And they just keep going, I got such a bad tummy ache. Until eventually they're dead. And that clumsy metaphor is my summary of the G4 TV situation. Now, when they announced G4 TV was coming back as an actual TV network, my reaction was, this is a bad idea. It was a bad idea that possibly a good team could have made work. Ultimately, I think the video game coverage has moved online. I don't think that there's much reason to try and build a presence on a cable television now that the internet is available to you. But they wanted to have a multi-pronged output. They wanted to have a big popular YouTube channel and a cable television channel as well. The problem with that is that it's going to cost a lot of money, and they sunk a lot of money into this. I don't know why companies do this, okay? You got an idea, sure, why don't you try it on a limited budget? Why are you going to immediately... I mean, they did not need to go and build a giant friggin' headquarters. They built all these sets. They ended up scrapping because everyone hated the sets. Big production studios, offices, editing suites. And I don't know if there's a money total here, but let's be clear. It's in Burbank, California, TV City. That's where all the TV studios are at. Previously home to TMZ and Inside Edition. 6,700 square foot space, full-time broadcast studio, in a huge investment from, I believe, Comcast. A custom office. I mean, build a set. The whole office doesn't need to be covered in neon and garbage and whatever else. Anyway, so they came to us and they said, G4's back. Aren't you excited? Here's our channel. And they were giving us what I think just looks terrible. This is what you spent all your money on? There's a guy in a gamer chair. You could have done this anywhere. I think he's filming this from his house. They got one set where... Is it... What? Do you just plant everybody around the studio? You could build this at IKEA for $100. This looks terrible. Anyway, of course, as we all know, the big problem was not just the terrible sets, the complete, I want to say, and I've said it many times before, theater kid talent. I have been trying to watch videos from Xplay for this video to talk about it. I cringe constantly. These people have no acting talent. They're trying to read lines. They're trying to do skits. It's all horrible. And of course, their big undoing was doing the one thing that no gamer wants to hear. I hate to say it. Frosk's big anti-sexism rant. I don't feel bad coming down on her for it, because as we've said, and I think everybody agrees on, it's like, yeah, okay, sexism is maybe a problem. Yeah, there's a lot of problems in the world. There's murder and rape and all other things that are going to get me demonetized from the platform. But you promised me that you were going to be a fun video game network. When I turn on the show, I want to hear about the latest and greatest video games. I don't want to hear about harassment and, I don't know, degradation, sexism, racism, all. I don't want to deal with it. I just want to talk about video games. And this was ultimately the downfall of the channel. We're not going to watch a clip from it. I refuse. You can find it yourself. I can't watch it again. I really can't. For a number of reasons, one of which is you can't even watch it anymore. There you go. Video unavailable. This video is private. Which, again, let's go back to my metaphor. A guy is stabbing himself in the gut with a knife, and you go, just stop stabbing yourself. And the equivalent of stop stabbing yourself was after Frosk made her little crazy rant about, yes, it's so hard to be a woman and get paid, you know, probably an $80,000 salary to be a host on G4, woe is me. You know what you do? You go, let's just not talk about it. Put it on the rug. The episode she was on, set it to private. Don't talk about it. If anyone asks, go, well, Frosk was very passionate on that episode, but ultimately we thought it wasn't in line with the spirit of fun and excitement that we're trying to build at G4 Network. You know, you don't even have to say she was wrong. You don't have to say, no, Frosk's an idiot and blah, 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 there's no sexism. You can fully say, you know what she talked about was a real issue. We just think it doesn't meet what our broadcast is trying to do, and we want to save that discussion for platforms that are ready to have it, more serious platforms. There's plenty of places to have that conversation. We're going to focus on the games. Instead, what they did was they made it a separate video that said Frosk. I don't remember what the title was, but it's Frosk takes a big stand against sexism. Every one of their hosts was tweeting it out. They got a bunch of news coverage from it on Kotaku and whatever else. And it came to define their network. Again, you're stabbing yourself in the stomach, buddy. What do you want to define your network as? You're trying to appease a demographic of young men aged 15 to 35 who like to play video games. I'm going to assume that's your target demographic. Should you, A, make them think that your channel is full of fun, cool developer interviews and behind-the-scenes stuff and all the latest gameplay footage? Or B, should you promote the hell out of a shrieking lady screaming about how she's mistreated when she plays Red Dead Redemption Online? This seems obvious to me. Stop stabbing yourself, you morons. So, the Frosk video is gone. And why? Why now? I believe it's been 6 months. We've been telling them, my God, just walk it back. Do something. Your numbers are plummeting. You will do anything. Finally, they take it down. Why? Well, some people are surmising it has something to do with G4 TV president exiting the network. And, I mean, let's be clear, this is the headline. When the president is running from the TV network, that means the TV network is not in a good place. The question is, why did we have to wait for this lady to leave before taking the video down? Now, my reckless assumption. We make a lot of reckless assumptions on this channel, guys. And if you like these reckless assumptions, don't forget, subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. My reckless assumption is somebody within this organization had a brain. Someone. I'm gonna make an even more reckless assumption. I'm gonna assume it's a guy. I think there's a guy somewhere going, my God, why did we leave this video up? Young men do not want to hear about how awful they are for, you know, thinking women are sexy and wanting sexiness in their video games and saying mean words to women, whatever. Okay. And I think the second she slipped out the door, some man went, finally, the lady's not here to yell at me. Because she must have approved of this strategy to push that video and, you know, throw their support behind Frosk or whatever else. Now that she's gone, somebody within the organization is like, it's too late, buddy. You try. I appreciate you, trying to get the water out of the sinking ship, but there's too many holes in that ship, my friend. Well, this could result in a number of changes for G4 TV. Again, this is Russell Aarons, an experienced executive who joined G4 just last September. I can't believe this experiment has only been going on for a year, and they've botched it as savagely as they have. Aarons, who previously held senior-level positions at Warner Brothers, Machinima, and Electronic Arts, sounds like she should have known the game industry. I don't know why she allowed that rant to define her channel. Leaves. I don't know who's taking over. I guess it's Joe Marsh, somebody from Comcast, expanding his role to encompass her former duties. The current iteration of G4 is smaller and is trying to revive G4 mainstays, Attack of the Show and Xplay. Both terrible. Comedy, Boosted, which has already been canceled. Japanese competition series, Ninja Warrior. Let's hope they get Ninja Warrior. I don't know if they're airing that. They're probably airing reruns on the TV network. If anybody actually has G4 in their cable package, let me know what on earth they're airing. It must just be Ninja Warrior reruns. Let's see. In 2021... I'm trying to see. It's accounted for in the corporate and other part of Comcast income statements. Total revenue in that segment is $461 million. Unfortunately, that doesn't tell us what G4 accounts for out of that. I would actually assume that they're contributing to revenue. The question is whether or not they're turning a profit. I'm going to assume they're losing money hand over fist, folks, because this story gets even wilder. Now, we had... from Xplay, the big revival. They said, we're not getting any views. And we can look at their view counts. 10,000 views, 12,000 views, 11,000 views, 11,000 views. As I've said, I put up similar numbers myself. I think my last couple videos have been 11, 12,000 views. I'm one guy. I'm not paying for a $1 million studio. I have a crappy 2-bedroom apartment, okay? You can't pay a staff of multiple presenters, writers, researchers, editors on 14,000 views a day. You just can't do it. So they looked at their numbers. They saw that they were bleeding like crazy. Here we see their Social Blade. Again, I think that the highest they ever got was like 498,000 subscribers. I don't know if they ever cracked 500, but they're down 10,000 about from their height, bouncing back a little to 490. But this is literally about 0 growth in 6 months, which is crazy. That's crazy to me. How in 6 months do you not manage to make one viral video that brings in a couple people? I mean, my God, I'm usually able to make at least one viral video a year. I get it lucky. I'll make a video essay that resonates with people, get a couple million views. It's honestly, I don't want to toot my own horn, but it's not that hard. Come up with an interesting topic, research it, make it funny. I don't know what they're doing. So their big relaunch strategy was they go, I know why we're not getting views. And again, they're not getting views on crazy things they should be getting views on. Things like exclusive interviews with developers. They're just not promoting them right. They have no idea what they're doing. Their big exciting thing was the relaunch of Xplay. Xplay Plus Episode 1. As we can see, it's not only is it the return of Adam Sessler is back in studio. He's not, I don't know, weathering out COVID in his little bunker. He's actually in studio. And they're going to be doing giveaways. They're giving away free shit. Again, here's why I can't watch this cringe, man. This was their big relaunch. They decided to do some stupid... Is this the giveaway? Some game show format? Let's hear this.
Ooh, look over here.
What the fuck? I'm done. I can't watch these videos. People always go, they're like, you gotta put more like clips in. I just get mad at how bad these people are at their jobs. They're not funny or interesting. I also thought it was hilarious that they even redid the set, and they went and got this triangle table, which just also looks terrible. Let me see if I can get a nice freeze frame of that. This was your idea to fix the show? You're like, oh, the couches aren't good. Let's get this big triangle table, so if anybody over here is talking, you just see the side of Frosk and Adam's head. Can't even do it. What? Oh my God, it looks terrible. It looks like a joke. It looks like the Nerd Crew set. Just put like some video game consoles. We got some controllers and boxes. How is this interesting or fun for anyone? So the big relaunch, we get 19,000 views. Well, you're done. You got nothing. What are you doing? This is crazy. This is crazy. Look, the only video in which they get any views, they got a little bump this week. And I think it was because they got an interview with Justin Roiland. This interview, as somebody who edits video professionally and has made, commercials and trailers and done journalism, whatever else, you couldn't white balance the shot. Everyone looks like a zombie. Just plug it put it in your editing program and adjust the colors. It'll take you 10 minutes, probably less. You could probably auto white balance it. This is not how human beings look. Just put it in the color balancer. Also, what is this? You couldn't get these guys to sit in a chair? You thought it would be good? You think I want to see this guy's fucking gut? You think I want to see the completionist's tummy? Who told you to shoot an interview from fucking stomach up? Get in closer. Push them next to each other. Why are they standing 12 feet apart from each other to have an interview? Yes, you got 80,000 views, but my God, this is supposed to be $1 billion fucking media network. You're owned by Comcast. This is like it was shot on somebody's cell phone. Anyway, this is the most embarrassing thing. And it looks almost they finally, you know what is stupidity? What is the definition of stupidity? It's not doing something, it's doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. They've been making the same terrible reviews over and over and over again. Just talking about old games, and no one's clicking on it. I don't know why. How do you make a game? How do you make Bring Back Bully? No one clicks on it. And you go, oh, well, let's also make Bring Back Marvel Nemesis and Bring Back Star Fox. No one is clicking on it. Stop. If you made a Bring Back an Old Game video and no one watched it, that means it's a bad format and to stop immediately. Until finally this month, I saw this video, The Insane World of Chinese Bootleg Games, and I went, oh my God. Somebody at the network actually came up with a format, with an idea, a topic, which is kind of interesting. Looking at all these Chinese bootleg games, my mind was blown that someone at Xplay had the ability to come up with an interesting topic for the first time in the network's history. But let's be clear, it doesn't matter. The president's gone. The president's gone. Okay? They're bleeding talent like crazy. There was this girl, Olivia. They lost her. Now we got this guy, Black Hokage, who I think was the only, honestly, of all the people at the network, he was like the most based dude. He was willing to make jokes. If you go to his actual channel, he's a down-to-earth guy. He joined them in September. Didn't even make it a full year. Now they got, if you go watch their new Dragon Ball video, he's already saying goodbye. He's saying, oh, it's been fun working here at Xplay. And he's gone. Frosk, apparently Frosk has also announced that she's working on a show on a different network. So what do you have now? Who's left? You have Adam Sessler, who nobody likes, who is honestly a psychopath, who goes on Twitter and says he wants to kill all Republicans. Great look for your network. You have the Black Hokage is gone. That Olivia girl's gone. All of these people are cringing. Again, I cringe so hard watching everything you got. All they have now is Adam Sessler and the Completionist. I know a lot of people like the Completionist. I don't get it. I think he's fine, but he's also just bores me to death. I'm bored watching this. There's no personalities here that I'm excited to see. Nobody even makes a joke that is like funny or edgy or interesting. It's like watching toddlers talk about video games professionally, and they're not allowed to say anything funny or fun. And anyone who does, like that Black Hokage guy who was kind of funny, occasionally went over the line a little bit. No, can't have him. Instead, we got Frosk to dress up like an owl. Guys, if you got Comcast stock, dump it. This channel's going nowhere. This is such a missed opportunity. Because honestly, I look 490,000 subscribers. They could have went and got real talent. They could have got actually funny guys. They could have hired comedians to talk about video games. I had a buddy. She was running streams out of the Comedy Store. Okay, you could have had Bobby Lee from the Comedy Store playing video games on your channel. All these comedians would have come in and had fun. Instead of hiring actually funny and interesting people, you got Adam Sessler, who's insane, the Completionist, who's a stick in the mud, and a bunch of theater kids. Well, what can we say other than, peace out. Peace out. The video's gone. Our great national nightmare is over. G4. It's dead, right? I want to say it's officially dead. Well, let me know, guys. Is there any chance G4 turns it around at this point? The only possible way I see this working out for them is to clean house. Fire everybody. Maybe that Completionist guy could get it done. He seems like people like him. I know he's got a big channel. But Sessler is just the worst. All these other people they're bringing in, I have no idea who they are, and they're all terrible. This network is just a failed experiment. It's a perfect example of why, when you're stabbing yourself with a knife and somebody tells you to stop, you should listen. Listen to those people. Maybe you think they're evil misogynists or whatever else, but they might have a point. Well, guys, don't forget, subscribe to the channel. And right now, I gotta say, I'm very excited about my upcoming comic book, Super Killer. I got pages coming in from the artist. I got a very special guest artist who's gonna be doing a special cover for the book. So make sure to sign up for the mailing list at superkiller.org. And we're gonna go live on Kickstarter. Aiming for October. We'll see if I can get it together in time. But I'm very excited. Check it out. Love you guys. G4, what the hell? What were you thinking? Come on.